To secure top marks in the Issues and Debates section, you must master the confusion pairs by splitting them apart. Link every pair to a single anchor study and evaluate the real-world impact of choosing one side over the other. Examiners penalize rote textbook paragraphs. They reward precise terminology and strict adherence to the command words, whether that's outline, compare, or evaluate. Start with gender bias. Alpha bias exaggerates differences between the sexes. Beta bias ignores them. Your target evaluation point is always universality, the goal of recognizing real human differences without devaluing either gender. Early fight or flight research demonstrates the danger of beta bias. By exclusively testing male lab mice to avoid hormonal fluctuations, researchers completely missed the female tend and befriend response, masking a critical biological mechanism until Shelley Taylor's work in 2000. This historical photograph shows a Western intelligence test being administered to non-Western subjects. This is ethnocentrism in action, specifically an imposed etic approach. Forcing Western individualistic definitions of intelligence onto collectivist cultures statistically ensures those populations will appear less intelligent. For free will versus determinism debate, pure hard determinism fails the data test. Monozygotic twins share identical DNA, but only show an 80. Tianari's study of adoptees with schizophrenic mothers proved that a biological vulnerability requires an environmental trigger to activate. This is the diathesis stress model. Caspi's research on the MAOA gene introduces epigenetics. He showed that early environmental abuse physically modifies epigenetic switches, turning gene expression on or off and driving future antisocial behavior. When evaluating holism versus reductionism, acknowledge the trade-offs. Holism captures the whole experience, but lacks empirical rigor. Biological reductionism breaks complex behavior down to simple neurochemistry, yet its high scientific validity directly enabled the development of SSRI treatments for depression. Next, separate the idiographic approach, which uses qualitative data like case studies to explore individual depth, from the nomothetic approach, which uses quantitative statistics to establish general behavioral laws. Top-tier exam answers demonstrate these approaches are complementary tools. You use nomothetic research to establish an average baseline, and idiographic case studies to understand anomalies. Socially sensitive research involves studies where the findings carry severe, direct consequences for the specific groups being investigated. This booklet is the 11+ exam, a direct policy outcome of Cyril Burt's research. Burt fraudulently claimed a 0.77 heritability coefficient for intelligence, creating a scientific justification to divide children by supposed natural intelligence from an early age. The fact that these exams still exist today proves why psychologists carry ultimate responsibility for their findings. Unchecked data directly shapes institutional discrimination and government legislation. Keep your 4 anchor studies ready: Taylor for beta bias, Caspi for epigenetics, Tianari for diathesis stress, and Burt for socially sensitive research. Upgrade your vocabulary. Do not write cultural bias when the exact mechanism is an imposed etic. Top grades require exact terminology, direct links between your evaluation points and the prompt, and a clear emphasis on real-world consequences.